and welcome to Pakistan Today from our Islamabad studio. I'm Chris Taylor. Iranian and U.S. technical teams are reportedly expected to meet in Doha in the coming days to discuss the implementation of a peace memorandum of understanding, according to a source cited by Reuters. The source says mediators have established communication channels aimed at preventing escalation and managing any incidents that may arise during the process. However, Iran's Deputy Foreign Minister Kazem Gharibabadi has denied that any technical talks with Washington are scheduled this week. Speaking to Iranian media, he described reports of planned Doha negotiations as untrue, while confirming that consultations with Qatar are continuing. In another development, Iran says $6 billion of its frozen assets in Qatar will be released following an interim agreement with the United States. Iranian state media report that President Masoud Pezeshkian said sanctions on oil and petrochemical exports had been eased under the arrangement, making the transfer possible. According to the Iranian president, Tehran has a total of $12 billion frozen in Qatar, with half of that amount expected to be returned during the first phase of implementation. The interim agreement signed earlier this month is intended to support efforts toward a broader and more lasting resolution of tensions between Tehran and Washington. Pakistan's Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar has held a telephone conversation with Saudi Foreign Minister Prince Faisal bin Farhan. According to the Saudi Foreign Ministry, Mr. Dar conveyed condolences following Sunday's Aramco helicopter crash, while the Saudi Foreign Minister expressed appreciation for Pakistan's support and solidarity. The two leaders also reviewed regional developments and discussed progress regarding the Memorandum of Understanding between the United States and Iran. They further exchanged views on ongoing diplomatic efforts aimed at strengthening regional security and stability. Pakistan has meanwhile lodged a strong protest with Afghanistan after authorities say evidence has emerged of Afghan nationals' involvement in a terrorist attack in Karachi. The Foreign Office says the Afghan chargé d'affaires was summoned to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Islamabad and was handed a formal protest note. Pakistan's ambassador in Kabul also conveyed the country's concerns directly to Afghan officials. According to the Foreign Office spokesperson, credible evidence links Afghan citizens to the Karachi attack, and one Afghan suspect was arrested alive. Islamabad says the incident demonstrates that Afghan soil and Afghan nationals are being used to facilitate terrorist activities inside Pakistan. Turning to domestic affairs, Information Minister Ataullah Tarar says the Indus Waters Treaty between Pakistan and India cannot be unilaterally revoked, amended, or abolished. Speaking at a joint news conference in Islamabad alongside Climate Change Minister Musaddiq Malik, he said the treaty remains legally binding and continues to be fully implemented. Officials say Pakistan's position has been reinforced internationally, while rejecting suggestions that the treaty can be altered through unilateral action. The government says it will continue engaging global institutions to ensure the agreement remains fully respected and implemented. The Pakistan Meteorological Department has warned that a fresh monsoon spell is expected to begin across much of the country during the first week of July. The department says a westerly wave will enter northern regions from June 30th, while moisture from the Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal is expected to intensify rainfall activity. Scattered rain, windstorms, and isolated heavy downpours are forecast for Kashmir, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Punjab, Gilgit-Baltistan, parts of Balochistan, and Upper Sindh. Authorities have warned of possible urban flooding, flash floods, and landslides in vulnerable regions and have urged citizens, tourists, and farmers to take precautionary measures. And finally, astronomers say the annual strawberry moon will be visible tonight in many parts of the world, including Pakistan. The full moon is expected to reach its peak during the night between June 29th and 30th. Experts say the best viewing conditions will be shortly after sunset near the eastern horizon. This year's strawberry moon is expected to appear slightly smaller and dimmer because it will be farther away from Earth than usual. Despite its name, the phenomenon is not associated with the moon's color, but with the traditional strawberry harvesting season in North America. That's all for now. You're watching Pakistan Today. I'm Chris Taylor.